Welcome to Market Matters. I'm Nadia Hassan together with Charlotte Chong. Companies in the news. Fajarbaru Builder Group Bhd up 7%. We could almost have used it as a hot stock to 53.5 cents. So what happened with it? It confirmed that it had partnered with a Chinese company to bid for this 8 billion Gemas-JB rail link. Management is overly bubbling with positiveness that they might actually get it. That bidding result apparently is going to be released at the end of this month, according to MD Teo Cheng. But he didn't actually say who his the Chinese partner was. Clearly, he wants to keep this wife slightly hidden until the in-laws are sussed out.
Right, he was being all secretive to the reporters during the AGM today. But
would you want to tell people about your wife, even if you've not confirmed it yet?
I would.
Even if you haven't confirmed it yet? That's why he said he didn't, because he didn't confirm it, that's why.
Yeah, so Ash Weekly actually reported earlier saying that Fajarbaru was in talks with this Chinese company called China Railway Construction Corporate Limited to jointly bid for the double tracking project.
Yeah, so they haven't released the name, but it's out there, so maybe we'll have to see whether or not it's confirmed. MMC Gamuda Consortium was actually originally given this mandate to build this 330-kilometer stretch from Ipoh to Padang Besar for about 12.5 billion. Ircon was awarded the other 95 km stretch from Seremban to Gemas for 3.5 billion. Finance Director has actually said it has been confirmed by the government. It'll definitely kick off. It's unlikely to be further delayed. And I take this with a massive pinch of salt. If I drank it, it'd probably be in tequila. But the fact is, these projects take years. We talked about double tracking project. We talked about expanding project. All the time that those projects, never mind talk about Bakuna, by the way, all those big projects that have huge price tags, right? They were years in what I like to call development hell. We were in uni probably by the time they came this up, and still nothing's been done.
Well, the thing is, they need to get a lot of land rights. They need to get borrowings and all from the government or from the authorities. Now, other than the project, other than the train project, they are also planning to undertake 3 property projects worth about GDV of 728 million ringgit. 3 are condominium projects in Puchong and Sentul and Melaka. And also, this company is also undertaking a property project in Melbourne, Australia. Now, just now you were talking about property prices are coming down actually in Australia.
Because I think the property market in Australia is ludicrous. It's gotten to the level of almost Singapore and Hong Kong already. So I saw this little piece of news because I was looking at the Royal Bank of, not Royal Bank, sorry, the Reserve Bank of Australia. They have decided to maintain their rates, although property prices have dropped about 1.5%. So I think diversifying overseas is good anyway because of the way that the ringgit is pretty much down now at the moment.
Well, anyway, this company, the Garden Hill Melbourne in Melbourne, Australia, has reached about 83% sales. So, well, I'm quite happy for them because they,
congratulations.
They venture out.
Maybe they can send us to go and look at the property.
No,
but the fact is, I think local property, especially for condos, is going to be really, really tough. No matter how much you tell me you're going to build. So I don't know. What do you think about the results in general?
Well, results actually up. Net profit up 154.5% at 2.8 million ringgit. Revenue up 32.3% at 109.4 million ringgit.
Okay, so just to wrap it up for us, the fact is you actually saw a nice 7% jump in Fajarbaru because they confirmed they are partnering with a China firm to bid for this 8 billion Gemas-JB link. They didn't actually say what the partner was. They're being coy about that, but most people think it's China Railway Construction Corp. But there's always this issue about whether the contract's going to go through. In the meantime, they are concentrating on their condo properties, both here and in Australia. Moving on to our broker's call for today, talking about property companies, we're looking at Glomac Bhd, up 0.55% to 91 cent. We are looking at 2 research reports. MIDF, they're maintaining their buy. They didn't change their target price. They put 108. On the slightly more downside, if you want to be on the downside of property, RHB is neutral with an unchanged target price of 98 cent.
Now, what RHB said, they are less optimistic compared with MIDF. RHB actually said second quarter results were within their expectation, but management actually acknowledges that sales will likely remain slow as new sales are hampered by high loan, about 50% to 60%.
Yeah.
Now, Glomac has actually also indicated that they are looking at more land banking opportunities in some key regions, probably not just in Selangor, other areas as well. Management has reaffirmed its FY16 sales target of 500 million ringgit. Now, we always look at throughout the year, we know that new launches has been slowing down, not just Glomac Bhd. We have seen
everybody.
Masing, SP Setia, and also Ecoa Bhd. All these companies, they have been slowing down their property launches.
Yeah, exactly. So I think people, it's a direct response to the market. In MIDF side, if you want to be the more positive, they say definitely their core net income about 42 million came in within expectations. It accounted for 45% of both theirs and consensus target. And they said they do have a lot of good ongoing projects that are propping this up. Essentially, Lakeside Residences, Saujana Rawang, Glomac Central, Reflection Residences, and Saujana KL, which I've never been to. Have you been to any of these?
No.
I haven't. We have to go and take a look one of these days. Maybe they can invite us too. But margins slipped. I think that's a big issue for them. And they actually, you're talking about sales target, they did moderate their sales target, right? Let's be very frank. They set it to 500 million. They are realistic. They say that in the soft market, high rejection rate, it's going to be tougher. And that's why we were talking about earlier about Fajar. It's tough. You know, you can have all the launches you want. I'm glad they have something overseas.
Now, actually, in a more negative tone, RGB actually say that unbilled sales declined to 676 million ringgit this quarter due to absence in new launches. But management actually advised, saying that they will be more aggressive in product launches next year, with about 778 million ringgit of projects due to be launched. Just how we talked a lot on their net profits, but we haven't given the figures yet. Net profit actually up 32.6% to 17.5 million ringgit. Revenue up 69.3% to 146.1 million ringgit.
Well, actually, MIDF still believes, even with its target price, it has an upside for Glomac. They do think that the core net income growth is 48% year-on-year, is going to be the highest among its peers. They think the net div yield, although they didn't give any out this time around for this quarter, is still higher at 4.9% compared to everybody else. And they do think that they have a concentration on landed projects. Difference from Fajar, they were all condos. They think landed projects still have a bit more premium. But we're out of time, so we're just going to bring it all home. The fact is that we're looking at Glomac Bhd. They actually had their earnings yesterday. MIDF, definitely the more bullish of the two that we've chose today. They're looking at a buy target price unchanged of 1 ringgit and 8. RHB, definitely on the lower side, they are neutral, unchanged target price of 98 cent. The takeaways from both, they think earnings were still in line, but it's not going to be good enough, and property market is still going to be tough, and they actually did lower their target rates. But that's all that we have for us. I'm Nadia Hassan, together with Charlotte Chong. This has been Market Matters, and if you want more on the news, or actually watch some of our older shows, you can go to theedgemarkets.com or pick up a physical copy of the paper. It's almost the weekend, so we're all going to go celebrate. Have a good couple of days, guys.